Yeah, so number one biggest issue I see with the Purple Revolution is, number one, it is run by a white cis dude. I've said this a million fucking times. A white cis man is not gonna be the one to lead the fucking revolution.
Hi lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. So I came across this video on my For You, and I thought to share where some group of MAGA supporters or pan-color people actually launched a revolution, which is called a Purple Revolution, where both the right and the left have to come together because of what is happening. And they actually launched this revolution and also telling people to key into the Sage Revolution. Despite a lot of conversation on the space of the social platform, and I was able to put up some of those stitches. I'm just going to roll the clip from this, group of people, as well as this other stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video, and let's dive into it.
So I was scrolling last night and I ended up seeing tons of Purple Revolution videos, which I had never in a million years expected to see. I guess I'm so busy on trying to get the website and things done that I didn't realize other people were actually paying attention to this, but they are, and that's really cool. And most of the videos were really cool, very inspiring. I love seeing how much hope you guys have, because that gives me more hope, because we need a lot of people to do this, pull this off. And, there's some people that are angry or don't agree, and some people I found didn't know what we stood for at all. They just had gone off assumptions, or they're going off of a video that someone else made about what someone said. So I thought I would just make a video clarifying the points of the Purple Revolution, and if you want to participate, we'd love to have you. And if you don't, that's okay too. There's no force here. So let me get started. So number one is we have to stop the administration. Full stop. They're hurting people. They're endangering people physically, financially, emotionally, every way that they can be trying to hurt people. They're doing it. And they started with one group, but they're going to go for all the groups that don't like them. So no one is safe here. So yeah, they have to be stopped. The second one is we have to stop ICE, because that's his wannabe military. He knows he does not control our military. So he had to make his little fake side one, which is about 15,000 people. And if you think about that versus how many of us there are, if we have enough people, this really shouldn't be a problem. And it doesn't even necessarily have to get violent. We could stop them in mass numbers, and that's what we're trying to do, is have enough of us show up, surround them, and have them no choice but to surrender or back up. Okay, we want this as peaceful as possible. If we have to take the next step, we will take the next step, because we are not okay with minorities being harassed, period. Okay? Third thing is we want AIPAC out of our government. We want Israel to go bye-bye. No, thank you. We don't need Israel running our government. That's where Project 2025, that's where Project Esther, all this stuff is coming from, is Israel's trying to run our government, and they're doing a pretty darn good job, because they basically bought out both sides. So we need all of the people that are taking out AIPAC money to know that they better stop, or they're just going to be voted out, because our goal is to get rid of all of them. The next thing is we've got to stop lobbying and Citizens United, because this is what allows the elite to control everything. I just saw a thing that says something like the top 10% of wealth, the people that own that, their stuff gets passed. What the rest of us vote on doesn't get passed. So it's all about the money and the control that they put in, because our people are bought and paid for on both sides. This has to stop, because we can't protect minorities. We can't protect the poor. We can't protect anybody as long as that money goes into that government. We can't make policy that will protect anyone. So that has to go, and they need to know that right now. The next thing, which is really all through those other things, is to protect human rights, to let everyone exist as they are. They have the right to do that, and we stand for that. Point blank, period. Everybody is included in this, because diversity is what wins. Unity is what wins. We want everybody's point of view. Like Pete Hegseth acting like women shouldn't be in there. Militaries often lose because they don't have women's perspective. They don't have the certain skills that women have. And when you just go off one point of view, companies lose out too. Just all white men, good. You don't have perspective of a whole bunch of people, and then those companies don't thrive. We want to thrive and win as a movement, as a revolution, because we really don't have another choice, do we? We have to win. And the last thing, which is really all of this, but it's what the foundation has to be built on, is unity. It means caring about your neighbor, having conversations, having get-togethers. Stop being afraid of your neighbor, getting off of here and taking cookies to people that you weren't talking to before. I know that isn't always easy, but the thing is, if the house next door was on fire, are you going to stop to ask them about their political policies, or are you going to jump in there and put out the fire with them? I am not going to ask them their political policies. I'm going to ask them for help. And right now, that is what we're doing. This place is on fire, and it's only going to get worse. Now, as much as he's failing, and he really is, ICE is a problem. And I'm not okay with watching anything that happens. I'm like, they've got to a place where I'm just like, no, I cannot. So unity is important because we need mass numbers. And the thing about unity, because some people are like, well, we have demands on what we want our policies to be. Up front, we want to know the policies. What I know, having run a big company with people of all different backgrounds, is that when they have to go through some hard times together and they're forced to kind of work together, they come out with better ideas. They know each other better. They know each other's backgrounds better. So if you take both sides right now and you sit them down and you try and make demands, you're going to go nowhere. In fact, the left can't even sit and do that. We couldn't even get a president elected. And then they want to tell me, well, we want demands. You guys do that to each other. We couldn't even get a president to stop half of this. So that's because we weren't united. It always comes down to unity, always. Red, blue, purple. You have to go around that wall. You have to try and stop a wall of people that are saying, no more. People will be treated with dignity and respect, and we will not be crushed by the rich and the politicians that take the money from them. Absolutely not. Over our dead bodies. Hopefully, we don't have to go that far. But you see, the more people we have, the more unified we are, the less likely we are to have to go there, and the safer we are. You know, if we go to these protests and we're all in purple, some crazy comes by like, oh, I'm gonna get those blue lefties. Well, we're purple. Hey, everybody, we're purple. People that voted with you last time, they're standing here because they're tired of how this is all going. No one's winning. No one's winning right now. So that's why unity is so important. And after you go through a lot of things together, you may not be besties, but you understand each other better. And when you go to make policy and you get the politicians out that are ruining things, then you can have a much better conversation about what's possible. Because right now, everyone's making on demands on what the past was and how messy everything is now, but we aren't even looking at what's possible. And you can only do what's possible when you go to someplace new. And new is unity. You do not have to be best friends to put out a fire. Do you understand? So that's where we're coming from. Anything else anyone else is saying, oh, they're anti-this and they don't care about, yeah, not true. If you want to know, come ask me, because I notice a lot of these content creators are not asking me. It's me and Brian. And if you feel like you even need more clarity, maybe me, because his language at this point might go, well, he meant this, because everyone's looking for something to be upset about. And I understand that because everybody's really touchy and traumatized and stressed on both sides. And this is where we're trying to bring the temperature down. We're looking at ways to protest nonviolently. Park Rose Permaculture just did a whole weekend training, so she had no idea how many things there were that you can do that are nonviolent. We want to learn all of that, and then we're going to learn other tactics if we have to get tougher. And that's where Brian's skills come in. So, and then we have all these conversations with people reaching out that are out to help us. And people are like, well, we want action. Okay, well, this has been like a week. And we have all this stuff we're trying to get done, but action is the plan, but it also has to be methodical. It has to be strategic, because we're not going to get a bunch of chances at this. You know, when there's all these dudes walking around with weapons, I want to make sure we get it right. And I want to keep people safe. So we're going to do it the best and most, full of integrity and conscious to the details as we can. And I hope you can understand that. And if you can't and you want to do your own thing, absolutely go for it. And if you have a better plan than unity, tell me. Do a video and say, I actually know the way. She's got it wrong. I know the way. This will work. I'm going to lead it. Come follow me right now. Fantastic. I'll be right there.
So, accountability. I've been doing some thinking, and I said at the very beginning that I would do what I have to do to make sure I bring our people together. So first things first, what I'm going to say is that I apologize from the bottom of my heart for voting for Trump, for voting for everything that ended up happening. I still to this day feel sick to my stomach looking back at the person that I was. And there's no excuse for it, no matter if I was manipulated or whatever you want to call it, in a cult. I should have had a stronger mind. And I allowed that to be penetrated. So for that, I apologize. Anybody who suffered at the hands of the government, You have my heartfelt sincerity. It literally makes me sick to my stomach still to this day to know that I was a part of any single person having to suffer. And as I'm told every single day in comments that words are shallow and the words have empty meaning without accountability. So I thought that coming out and using words as accountability wasn't going to be it. So instead I figured I would make a video to take accountability, and I would leave my story up for accountability so people can see the growth, so people can see that it's possible. So I don't really know what I'm supposed to do at this point, because if the words are shallow and not going to be accepted anyways, and I hope they are, I hope my sincere apology is accepted, but if it's not, I understand and I get that, and I'll still continue to fight to get you on our team, to get you in the unification, because like I said, I'm never going to give up. I will give my life for this revolution. But if me not being here and putting my face out there for the world to see that I'm denouncing everything that they are standing for and willing to put my life on the line, standing side by side with you in this battle, isn't enough to take accountability, then I'm not really sure what is. I'm not sure words are going to be enough for you to be able to heal from this. So at some point you have to come to realization and tell yourself, are you ready to look past everything that's happened and realize that to get to a better tomorrow, we have to start understanding and we have to start forgiving? There is no excuse for any of the suffering that's happened in this country, and I've not once ever said there was. I have denounced the entire organization, the entire establishment. Not just Trump, not just Bibi, but the entire establishment. But for anybody in the marginalized community, I understand there's trust issues, and I understand that it's going to take a bit to get you to understand that you're 100% equal in this movement. But it can't be equal without you involved in the conversation and without you involved in the unity. So please, speak up. We can have these messages and we can have these talks. I just ask that people have civil conversations and don't come guns a-blazing and doing a bunch of demanding. A lot of people on both sides have suffered. And again, I'm not saying anybody has suffered worse than anybody. There is a lot of people that have had some pretty bad suffering and took the worst beating out of this whole thing. And they will be recognized because they will be one of the top representatives in this entire movement to make sure that they are covered. So that way they don't feel left out. We are all equals in this. And I'll never let that be any different. If you want to have a conversation, my messages are always open. Or we can do it in the comments. But if you're going to fight and you're going to argue and you're going to have divisive language, I'm not going to engage in that. That stands completely against what we're for. If we want to have the conversations, that's fine. But we have to do it civilly and with respect, or this is never going to heal. So for everybody that's endured any kind of suffering, I put that on my back. I put that on my shoulders. Let me speak for everybody. Let me take all this from everybody. I will put it on my back. I love all of our people in this country. Everybody. Nobody's out. And if I have to go down the whole list to make sure that you hear me, then I'll do just that. If you are white, if you are black, if you are Mexican, Latino, if you are Muslim, if you are gay, if you are straight, if you are trans, if you are from the Middle East, you are all included. Every single one of you are welcome here. And we love you all, and we know you guys have taken a lot of punishment. We cannot change the past, but we can make a much better future if you just give us all a chance. We can't fix this without a chance. So from the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry for my contributions to what has happened in this country. And from the bottom of my heart, I'm begging you for your forgiveness and to help me help healing this country. God bless and much love.
All right, the Purple Revolution in 60 seconds. So there's this old white guy from New York State who was tired of having to watch his mouth and not be a bias because he wants to make America bias again. So he voted for the loudmouth who told him he could say whatever he wanted and do anything he wanted. He didn't have to have social grace anymore. And then the person who promised him all this just forgot about him and didn't care about him because he never cared about him. And that old white guy got angry. He didn't get the things he wanted from Daddy Trump. So the old white guy decided, well, what I'll do is I'll tell everyone we should come together after making one of the worst TikTok videos that I'm surprised is still up, that was completely and totally transphobic, but then said, let's all come together, but let's not talk about why we're coming together beyond just taking out the big guy, the Cheeto. Because what really happened is the old white guy wants what all old white guys want. Small little white guys want power. And they felt like they were all going to be given power and pardoned for all their awful crimes. And some of them were. But for the most part, they didn't get what they wanted. So now he wants to make a movement to get the power he's always wanted. To be cruel and biased and tell other people how to live. It's not a purple movement, it's a red movement. It's a movement full of pain. And if it were up to them, blood. Don't trust old white guys who want to create something they're not capable of. See the power grab. And if you want a revolution, start it with ideology first. Not we'll get to that later, but get to it right away.
For the past couple of days, I have heard about the Purple Revolution over and over and over again. And as someone who's been canceled 3 times for trying to unite the left and the right, as someone who views themselves as a unifier, I could not understand why, for the life of me, I wanted nothing to do with it. I would see this come up on my For You page and I'd be like, really? And I was racking my brain. I'm like, what's wrong with you, Mercedes? What is happening here? And I finally figured it out. Red and blue make purple. MAGA is not red anymore. Old school Republicans like Thomas Massie, Mike Pence, Mitt Romney, they're red. MAGA, Donald Trump, and his fucking Stephen Miller-esque cronies, you guys, shit. You guys are the color of orange shit stain. And when you mix orange shit stain and blue, you're not getting purple. That's why I don't think it would work for me, because you guys keep electing people who aren't representations of what conservative values even used to be. It's changed. It's not purple anymore. It wouldn't be purple anymore. Until you guys start electing representatives, people to lead you who genuinely act like respectable conservatives used to act, then we can talk about a purple revolution. If you look at Donald Trump's holiday posts and you compare him to any president in the past, Republican or Democrat, they are not the same. There is one common denominator here for the divisiveness, and that is Donald Trump. His timeline starting 10 years ago, ever since then, everything's gone to shit. When you keep electing people like that to represent you, there's no purple revolution then. You guys gotta fix your leadership and then we can talk. My name is Mercedes Chandler. Give me a follow. You won't see my face again. Thank you. Goodbye.
Like, seriously, lovelies, I was going through right for you and I thought to share where I keep on seeing this revolution. They call it Purple Revolution. I think it's actually started by a pan-colored woman whose username is also Purple Revolution, right? And in the said revolution, it actually the coming together of both red and blue, or what I use the word the right and the left. Because right about now, mega supporters or people who actually voted for this present administration is having a meltdown. They are crashing out. They are angry to the fact that what they actually voted for is not what they are saying. What they are seeing is very different from what they voted for. We all know, you know, that most of the people who voted for this present administration actually thought that it was going to only affect maybe people that looks like me, the LGBTQ, and the other minority groups, right? And now that is as if um all of the policies that is being put out of the bills here and there is directly or indirectly still affecting people like them. And now they woke up one day and they decided that okay, let's create a revolution. And the thing is that they actually thought that they are in a place that they want to be the ones, like the ones to lead this said revolution. Like, and now all of the social platform is reacting to it. So many people are in and some are not. You know, people from the left are like, okay, this is another type of supremacy. This is another type of trying to impose something. And at the end of the day, it's as if, oh, let us all go for a particular race, or let's all go for a swimming competition. And at the end of the day, there are some people who will be left behind to get drowned, and others whom whom is actually known to be the kind of people that they are, we still keep on doing whatever they feel like. To me, I think this revolution is not really being so direct. This revolution is not pure. I think the revolution just, all of a sudden pop up because now I'm getting affected with whatsoever that is going on. So let's just create a revolution. And when this revolution comes and I am no more affected anymore, I can go back to how I used to be. This is just what I'm saying. I don't say it's a bad thing to have a said revolution, but the thing is that coming from MAGA supporters, after they must have found out that the world is not the way at which they think it is. The world, or the way at which you think things will come out or turn out, is not exactly how it is. Now they are regretting their vote. Now they understand what it means to actually feel a little bit of what the oppressed group has been feeling. And all of a sudden, they want a revolution. But when they had all of those time, when they had a time to fix things, to do the things the right way, every other marginalized group is not important. We are the ones important. We're the ones in charge. Then they never want to hear from anybody. They'll never want to hear anything from anybody. They just want to keep on doing what they feel that is right. And now that things are going so south, now all of a sudden there's a purple revolution. It's not as if this idea is not a good thing, like coming together for the betterment of everyone. It's not as if it's a good thing, but is this something that is trustable? Is this something that is genuine? That is the question that needs to be asked. Is it genuine? Does it have any type of, motives behind it? Is this from their heart? Is this, or is it just because of the way at which they feel right now? Or maybe if things turns around and they becomes the ones that feel more better, then every other marginalized group still feel the way at which they feel right about now, then what happens? Would they still continue with the said revolution? Like, seriously, lovely. When I saw this, I was like, it's a good thing though, I decided to put up the stitch and also put up stitches from Pine Color people reacting to it. I think on my next stitch after this or before this, I'm going to also put up some stitches from Black Americans on what they have to say about this said purple revolution. Anyway, lovelies, why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. So if you've not subscribed to this channel, please do your girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button. Like, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one. Just leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. So please share this video. Subscribe to this channel if you're yet to do that. Like, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.